Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the Global Leadership Meeting. I'm pleased to be here because I am really quite poorly. I've got a bit of a fever and a flu, and as you know, if you're a woman married to a man, when a man's got a flu, it's not to be trifled with, because there's always a tsunami of impact. Because I am feeling so poorly, it's quite funny. But we got me here in backing us up, and he may feel free to unmute himself and come in and speak and to carry on. Now, the meeting, the GAM today is a very, very short and sweet and sharp one. We did the Chinese one in 30 minutes, which I was quite impressed by, because that means that they will take less in English, unless I do get carried away, and Mia gets carried away, and it is what it is. But so you don't have to set your alarm clocks to keep yourself awake. We have some recognition, the renewal fee, events, Brazil, executive trip, digital marketing service, UK Leaders Summit, new product, and notices. Now, first, I always love this the best. This lady, Shu Qing Yu, is from the Chinese mainland. She's in Stone's team. She's been part of the business for a long time. She's a good girl, and I know that I've met her many, many times. And very, very positive thoughts. And it's kind of funny. I don't know if I've got a link in my brain to remembering people as a positive force or not, but maybe that's kind of obvious with the light of events that have been going on this year. But it is what it is. But she is a force of positivity, and I'm very, very pleased that she's now become our newest director, getting her office/Rolex award of £5,000 contribution towards the office, or a Rolex if she wants some toys, if she already has an office. So good for you. Every time you go up a rank, you do get some quite meaningful business things that we want you to build your business with, in the awards plan is part of that. Now, she is absolutely fantastic, and I think that if you met her in Mauritius, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm sure she qualified, but apologies if she did. Having said that, the renewal fee. The renewal fee. Leo, sometimes we do things for the long term of the business that are not necessarily going to be popular. But we always listen to our leaders and members. We realized that there were some fundamental deep issues with this that we hadn't taken into account. And that means that always is much more powerful than sometimes. Always is always on, sometimes is sometimes. So that means that we will kind of never get it wrong. We will always take feedback from our leaders, and we will listen to it, and we might stress test the decision to make sure that people really are okay with it, or if they're just being drama queens, and a network can be a drama queen. But we realize, like I said, that there are deep issues with this one, and so until 2019 we're basically cancelling this, so you have a year's grace. And in 2019, we will have a perfect win-win-win scenario. So I know that we've had some 470 odd people that have already renewed, and we appreciate that. We will obviously reimburse your back offices straight away, so that you are not out of pocket. We're going to have to ask your forgiveness, because it's going to take a few weeks, or I don't know exactly how long. We haven't gone that far yet, but we're removing this as a thing on the platform, And if you have paid already, fine, we'll get you your £12 back. And if you were planning to, don't. So 2019, we'll move our goalposts, but not our objective. So that's that. In Fujian Leo Home Women Training Workshop, we've got this Leo Home that members are now using for all sorts of events. And this was a woman's training workshop about what does Leo do, how to use Leo Coin, the wallet, how to trade Leo Coin on external platform, how MBO works. I'm not sure what that is. Discuss next Leo Home Training Workshop. So this is something that I'm that's very dear to my heart, because this is again impressive organizing stuff that is just the glue that holds a direct selling company together. So Brazil, you have to qualify. You still have time until the 31st of October. You will all be making the mistake of doing it at the last minute, whereas what you should do is do it as fast as possible so that you absolutely achieve it. And there are many people that have already qualified, so make sure you go there, because it'll be changing. We've had me here down there, and I've been to Rio de Janeiro before, and it's just an epic place. To give our thing, that is mind-blowing. Mean will fuel your dreams. We will make you, I don't know, passionate about achieving your life goals. This should be one of them. Morocco, however.
Oh, hang on, Dan, may I say a couple of things on Brazil? Yeah, just to add to that, it is an absolutely incredible place that we're going to next year. I've been there to make our video, which is on the website there, so do use that to build your teams, to incentivize your people. As we announced in Mauritius, as was the case for the people who qualified for Mauritius, when we're out of tickets, we're out of tickets. So move quickly. Some of you have some silver tickets from events, or gold tickets, or some small helping hands to help you on the way. Those also have deadlines that you should know about. Those also will expire. So don't miss out on Brazil, and don't miss out on the most straightforward way of getting there either. Don't be scrambling and struggling because you've left it late. It really is something not to be missed. We had an incredible time in Mauritius, and I'd be desperately keen to see as many people as we can in Brazil as well. So I just wanted to share that, just let them know just how amazing it was.
Yeah. And it's kind of almost double capacity if we fill it, right?
It will again be an entirely Leo
new
resort.
Level.
Exactly. Yeah. It will be Leo on a new level. It will be a Leo resort. Everyone you meet there will be a Leo member of staff or a Leo member. We just had a question here from Robin about buy-ins. Now, the thing is with buy-ins, Robin, thanks for the question. We always do allow buy-ins, but only when there's space available. We will never disadvantage people who qualify to help people who want to buy in. So qualify, and don't count on spare spaces at the end. Do whatever you can to do that, Robin. So thanks very much for the question. But no, this is on another level. This is a massive event, and I can't wait. I can't wait to be there next year.
And I've always known that for some reason this is going to be the real life game changer for some people, because it is such a spectacular place. The people are unbelievable. The beaches are. It's just got an absolute magic, and you will be so much the envy of the town when you come back and tell them that, yeah, my company took me to Rio de Janeiro. So that's quite cool. Thank you, Mia. But what we are really focusing on is the last few days to go to Morocco's executive trip. Now, this might not speak to all the people on this call, but there might be a few who are just in reach of going executive by the 30th, only some 8 days left or something like that. If there's any way that you can recast your plans, if there's any way that you can motivate you and your teams to do this as a group effort, it's amazing what can happen when a person stakes, says, I'm going to do this, and so the universe gives. And this is something that until it's the 1st of July, because until then, push, push, push. And I know that there'll be some amazing last-minute stories. I didn't think I would do this, and I made it happen. It makes very little difference to us in terms of financial rewards, what have you, but we want as many people there as possible, because it's an important trip to meet the leaders, for them to meet us, to give them a lifestyle experience, and to give them training and understand who we are as a company. So just pushing that, and I should, because it's important. So thank you for your kind attention. The digital market service. Me here might want to row in on this one, but I will by saying that you know that digital currencies and the whole market sector, but starting with Bitcoin really, is under immense pressure at the moment. It's almost like the bully boys are racking up against digital currencies because they don't like it, and they're trying to out-regulate, out-PR. There's so much FUD, there's so much negative bullshit news that goes with this that it makes me think that Trump must be involved in the campaign against Bitcoin. So prices on Bitcoin yesterday went down just from 6,000, whatever it was, to something, a number that started with 5, and then pushed back to 6 again. Now, what happens, we see, is that volumes of altcoins and the entire sector go down. And what happens then for our business model, the DMS, is that it's harder for us to find deals where we have enough liquidity in the market. If people are nervous and not buying, it's not easy to find those deals. Now, our team is quite good, and we're working on it very, very well. We're quite happy, but it is a reality. So this week, this month, the reward will not be as high as before, we don't think. We're doing the calculations always at the last minute, but it will still be within our promised land. But it is what it is. In business, I've learned that you have to have nerves of steel and holds. Now, if a number starts with 5, that's one thing. If it goes to 6, that's fine. But where it should go is a 6 with another 0. I don't know. We're all kind of bullish about Bitcoin going to 60,000, and there's a lot of people that support that view. We don't know. We can't make market predictions, but that's what we feel. So we're quite bullish, and we're quite good with it, but it's a tough place at the moment. Okay, me here is good with that. So on the next week's GAM, isn't it, me here, we're going to give the result.
Yes, indeed. Sorry, I didn't know you were waiting for me to jump in then. Yeah, it's a brutal time in Bitcoin and Ethereum, in Dogecoin and Litecoin, and in every coin in the world is such now as it goes down in value. Now, lots of that's to do with governments, lots of that's to do with investment cycles, and lots is to do with the time of year. Now, those of you who are buying and selling Bitcoin or any crypto this time, almost exactly 12 months ago, would have seen a price fall in Bitcoin from about $2,500 to close to $1,500 or so, that sort of level. And then things sort of got ready for a September spring and just sort of launched up again. And then we saw those incredible dizzying heights of December last year. We were at $20,000 something. So it's a challenging time in crypto in terms of price, But it's one of those cyclical things that always happens this time of year. It's to be expected. We could have predicted this a year ago. That would happen every single year around this sort of time. And so nothing to be concerned about, but just obviously, like everything else in the world, we're subject to the market just like everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. So, so that it is what it is, one of the expressions, and we just have to have nerves of steel. You might have to adjust your pictures and presentations and be more realistic. I mean, I know that some people are marketing this almost irresponsibly, so this might be helpful to rein people back any which way, which will probably be helpful to correct some of the behavior in the market as well, but it is what it is. So, the UK Leaders Summit, you need to organize your travel. You need to go online to the website. You need to work on this. I mean, our events team love to help. They are so passionate. They're so committed to make this work for each and every member that's qualified. But if you fluff up your visa application, if you fluff up the not buying your ticket to support that visa application, if you have do what you have to do to make sure that it's not on your shoulders. Every time we do an event, there's always 2 or 3 sob stories. Oh, but I didn't know. You have to be better than that. You have to know. After all this time, there is just rules and processes. And if you can't play, if the border control or if the visa agencies can't play, then it's not your fault, it's not our fault, but it would be a shame. So as everything else, get it done. Just get it done if you're qualified. Otherwise, and I know I'm speaking to people here who've qualified, who haven't done bugger all about it. So that's just a shame. So there's a whole events at welcometoleo.com team ready to answer and support you in any way. But you have to do the work. We can't do it for you, but we will support in every way we can. Now, I also want to share this again because it's kind of important. Dr. Moyes is a bit of a lifestyle and a guru here in Pakistan. He is a mind science expert, and he's on television, has his own show, and contributes to topics, is invited to comment on things. He's well known, and it helps the market here enormously to have someone like that representing or flying the flag for Leah. Now, it's not a lot of help to you if you don't speak Urdu. But the reason I'm saying this is I want your country's version of Dr. Moyes, because I know some of you know all sorts of amazing people, because I think we should have this for every significant market we have. We should have the Côte d'Ivoire trainer of trainers. We should have the Indian trainer of trainers. We should have, etc., etc. You see where I'm going with this. And that can come from you casting the net, trawling, and just send it through to someone in Leo. You can reach people. And we will do everything we can to make this happen. The Pakistani network is going crazy with this. They're loving it, if you look at some of their Facebook posts. So this is an opportunity that is available to you as well. Now, some of these negotiations can take time, so that means that in personally, so that you can network us into it, and we will follow through, or her. It could be a powerful lady as well, and they're always keen on the deal that we do. So don't disregard this, because it will help your market with confidence, with reassurance. Oh, they do have something for my market as well. That's fantastic. It helps enormously. Now, we have some office closures for July. On the 2nd of July, Hong Kong and Canada. And the day following Canada Day, we're having an office closure over there. in Hong Kong, the day following Hong Kong special administration region, the offices are closed. It is what it is. Just know about it. And it's not a big deal, really, but just what you do. So the call to action is digital market service available through your back office. Buy in June for a September reward. Buy a Leo Gold pack to get into the gold package as well, and create this winning combination of ancient store of value called gold to modern store of value called Bitcoin. And so if you buy the DMS and the gold pack, you have something that's a really compelling story if you present it in the right way. Now, it's an educational product where we will teach you about digital currencies. People will understand what this is all about, and it's a great, great gift that you're making your customer, because they will thank you in a year's time. Like so many of our members have said over the last 2 years, Leo has changed my life, not through the Leo business, but through what I've learned about this sector. So join us for the next meeting on the 2nd of July. I think I'll be there. I might not be, it depends a little bit on a few moving parts. It might be a very exciting meeting though, but I will leave that unsaid. More about that in 7 days' time. Me here, please say something rousing.
Thanks for that, Dan. I think the critical point is it's the 25th of June. We have this issue at the end of every single month. Panic on the 30th of the month. Panic on the last day. I've sent my payment in. I want my pins. I sent my payment in 30 seconds ago. The deadline is in a minute and a half. Why haven't I got my pins yet? Don't let that happen to you. You've still got 5 days of this month. Use them. Build your business. The digital market service, even in this tough month, is doing what we promised it would do, or what we thought it would do, and we're very, very pleased. It's the product to have, it's the product to build with, and so don't let your prospects, don't let your members miss out on another month, because if they don't get involved until July, they're going to be waiting till the 31st of October for their first reward, and that feels like a lifetime away from me. I wouldn't want that for any of your people. So you know what to do. It's almost the end of the month. Let's just do it.
Get it done. Thank you, Mihir. Thank you, everyone on the call.